Can you stay the whole night? Wanna take you on this flight.
What's going on, world? Welcome to another episode of The Walker Review. It's me, B-Walk, and I'm here with the beautiful as well as talented LivFree, a talented R&B singer out of the Dallas area. And I wanted to come to her spot and see and wrap it up about what she has going on in the city.
Okay, so intro. Let's see. Whatever you give out is what you get back. I don't want people to ever get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is who I am.
City. So, Miss Free, I want to thank you for sitting down with us in the Walker Review and kind of giving some details on what you have going on.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. But first question I have for you. LivFree, where did that come from?
Well, my middle name is Olivia, and I used to go by that. And I shortened it to Liv when I started, doing my artist thing. And then, maybe a year in, I decided to add free on it, LivFree, because I just felt like, that was it. Like, that's this is where I'm at, It's a part of my faith, you know what I'm saying? I believe in trusting God and, letting Him guide your path and order your footsteps. I believe that everything happens for a reason, and that you're going to attract whatever you need to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a huge part of my faith, and it's a huge part of who I am and what I want to do. My biggest thing is just to inspire people to live free, be happy, and go for what fulfills you. Find your purpose. Don't let society's stipulations or the people around you, tell you you're not supposed to be doing something that you feel in your heart. Because if that was the case, then I wouldn't be sitting here right with you. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. And originally I said you're out of Dallas. Where in Dallas are you actually from?
I'm from Oak Cliff, Texas. You know what I'm saying? And I'm super proud of that. I'm a person that is super passionate about where I come from. And I really respect the struggle. I feel like I am the voice of people who come from the struggle. You know what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for where I've been from, those places, those experiences, then I wouldn't be the person that I am today. I wouldn't be the artist that I am today. And the reason why I respect the struggle so much is because it creates character. You know what I'm saying? It builds you up. You know what I'm saying? And when I say I'm hood, I'm ghetto. You know what I'm saying? That's never a negative connotation, you know what I'm saying? Because, that's who relates to me. That's who I want to speak for. That's who I want to speak to. And when you say hood, it doesn't necessarily mean anything negative because it's a relatability thing. When you come from the struggle, it creates that hood in you know what I'm saying? Those experiences, it makes you the person that you are, you know what I'm saying? You may have been through that, but you learned, you know what I'm saying? So And that's not to say that, my whole life I struggled, I had, bad experience. It's just that there's a certain persona from somebody that comes from having to, maybe go without sometimes and knowing what to do to compensate, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean when I say I'm hood, you know what I'm saying? That's a term of endearment. That's you made it, you know what I'm saying? You've been through this, and that's how we can relate. You know what I'm saying? When somebody real, when somebody from the hood, just when y'all talk, you know what I'm saying? Y'all have the same.
It's the vibe.
Yeah, it's the vibe, you know what I'm saying? So that's why, when people say, oh, why do you want to be? No, it ain't about that, you know what I'm saying? It's something, you got to see the bigger picture. We bring power to words, you know what I'm saying?
It's very understandable. Let's talk about your upbringing. Where did you actually get your motivation to be a singer as well as get started in this industry?
Well, I had a lot of gospel influences first. I grew up in a church, grew up singing the praise team. A lot of, my family members, they sing. And I knew I wanted to be an entertainer. When I seen Michael Jackson for the first time, my mom used to have little cassette tapes and we used to watch them, me and my cousins. And the way the people in the crowd responded to him, the way they responded to his talent, they were going crazy. They were overjoyed. I knew, like, at that mere age that's how I wanted to make people feel with my talent. I want people to come to my shows, forget about their problems, no negativity, all positivity, and just be overjoyed to be in the place, you know what I'm saying? Because when you feel good, you attract goodness to you. When you feel peace, you know, I just want to bring peace, you know what I'm saying? Just peace, love, you know what I'm saying?
That's what it's all about, really, just kind of bringing that to your audience to make sure that they feel your vibes and actually join into those
Yeah,
vibes.
you know, I want to inspire them. You know, when I'm up on stage, crazy, confident, like super, like badass, it's because, you know, some people see me and they're like, oh my gosh, I see you be that confident, and I'm like, I feel like I can do anything, you know what I'm saying? Like if you hear March Madness or some shit, you hear March Madness, you're like, I can conquer the world. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I want to do with my stage presence.
I guarantee, because in nationality, if March Madness comes on, it's an inner strength that you feel just from
when March Madness comes on in the club, I go crazy, and it's always so annoying because anytime I go to the club, it's probably just perform. So I'm always in the bathroom getting ready when March Madness comes on, and my stylist, she goes crazy because I run out of the bathroom every time. Like I'm like, no, I'm doing this song. This is my anthem, you know, this year. Best song 2015, probably.
Yes, sir, probably. Shout out to Future. But other than Michael Jackson, what were some other influences that you grew up listening to, as well as kind of hearing their voice and kind of seeing like, wow, because you have a very talented and beautiful voice. It's like very unique. So what were some of those voices that you like?
I mean, it's funny that you say that because growing up, of course, I always knew I wanted to be a singer, but I wasn't very confident in my ability to sing just because just listening to people, you know what I'm saying, being young and not, you know, really knowing where I was at and, you know, my purpose. So even now to this day, like, you know, when people are like amazed by my voice, it's like amazing to me because it's like, oh my gosh, I've never really gotten this reaction before as long as I've been singing. So, you know, I'm still getting, you know, used to my voice and still getting used to people responding to my voice. But, you know, I'm not the type of person that'll go checking for, music unless I really, you know, relate to your artistry, you know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, I'm a radio baby too, so I'm not the type, you know, if I get your album, it's because I've anticipated this album and I know it's going to be a good album. And when I get an album, I'll play that album for like 6 months straight. You know what I'm saying? I really get to, because that's what how can you do a review on an album that you listen to for like a day and then you put you can't. You have to really, you know,
grasp the entire concept of every
get
song.
into, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's easy for me to say who my, you know, influences are just because I don't really move with the trends, you know what I'm saying? Some people tell me I'm stuck in like from 2010, and it's just because that's the music where I'm at right now. When I grow, you know, I'll probably, you know, I like to stumble upon music, you know what I'm saying? I don't like to just go checking for it. And so like, and you know, I have so many different influences from like pop to rock to R&B to gospel, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just one genre, but you know, I would have to say my biggest influences would be Toni Braxton, Beyonce,
wonderful
artists. Yes, and Brandy, you know what I'm saying? And that's not in any particular order, but you know, they have beautiful angelic voices. They all have their own thing, you know what I'm saying, that I just love, and I feel like, you know, they have timeless music, and I've always seen myself as a timeless artist.
Okay. A couple other comparisons that was kind of brought to my attention where you were compared to as far as Foxy Brown and Lil' Kim, for their rawness and risque, and also their high level of confidence when they perform. How do you feel about those comparisons, or like, how do you feel?
You know, it's crazy because I didn't grow up like influenced by Foxy Brown and Lil' Kim. I didn't become influenced by them until I started getting those comparisons, just because I was so young when they were, you know, really doing their thing, and I was too young to really be that influenced by music. But more recently, like, you know, Foxy, she's been like a huge inspiration to me. She's probably my biggest inspiration right now, just because I am risque, I am sexy, I am like in your face and fearless and raw. And that is not expected from R&B singers this early in their career. Maybe like third or fourth album in, when you're established, you can be that confident, you can be that sexy, but not when you're just now getting into it. And so when I went and did my research and seeing like Foxy, you know, she started when she's like 16, you know what I'm saying? And you know, it's okay. This is an art. You cannot get it misconstrued with somebody's real life. I mean, it's a part of it, but you don't know all of it, you know what I'm saying? And this is the image, this is entertainment, you know what I'm saying? So first let me start by saying that it's entertainment. So, you know, the judgment and stuff like that, that's not something that I'm worried about. But seeing Foxy that early, and even Lil Kim that early on in their career, being as confident, you know, even people like Mary J. Blige, being, you know, just not doing the traditional, let me sing about love, let me sing, you know, be all classy and prim and proper, you know what I'm saying? I'm not prim and proper. I'm not gonna say that I don't have any class, you know, I have morals, I have values and things like that. I know how to act, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm hard, I'm tough, I'm raw, you know what I'm saying? And seeing them be that way and be so, you know, accept it and do it so well, it made me feel like, okay, you know, I can do this. Even as an R&B singer, I can break the barrier for that. I can break down that wall, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be prim, you don't have to be proper, you don't have to portray something that you're not. It's okay to start out where you're at, because honestly, who's gonna start out, you know, all this mature, confident, you know, mature, prim, classy, proper person, and then all of a sudden revert at third album, 27 years old, into this bad girl. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it really works. That's not where you're really at in life. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm at the risque, outgoing, in your face, fearless. I'm gonna do whatever, you know, I want. Hopefully by, you know, third album in, I don't know how old I'll be, like 25, I don't know, 27. Hopefully by then I'll didn't grow by now. I'll probably want to tone something down, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'll have something to build up to, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not gonna be backwards and wait until I'm third album in to be somebody that I was first album in. You know what I'm saying?
Very true. And kind of just compared to the names that you said, from Lil Kim, Foxy Brown, Mary J. Blige, I know they all went through some stuff, actually their own struggles. They kind of portrayed into their music, so I can see where you're relatable to them.
Yes, and that's what makes it relatable. That's what makes it so real, and that's why people fall in love with you. Like when Lil Kim got on the stage with that bad boy thing and she came in that little pose, the crowd went crazy. That's what people love. The reason why they love people like Lil Kim and Foxy is because they can relate to them. They're real, they're raw. They feel like they can live vicariously through them. They're free, they're who they are, and people love it when you're real and when you're who you are. They love knowing that this person came from a struggle just like me. She went through maybe this just like me. Like, she has real life problems like me. You know what I'm saying? That's when they truly fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? That's when they're truly loyal to you, when they get that relatability. You know what I'm saying? So
what kind of makes you feel that? What you're in your own lane?
Yes, like I said in my 100, I make my own fucking lane. Bitch, you need to do the same. Yeah.
Told you she's a gangster.
But with me, that's how it is. What you see is what you get.